We are in the dark age again. Who's going to protect the people in this lawless nation? Right now, the judiciary system in Myanmar has completely collapsed. The judiciary system is supposed to execute the laws passed by the legislative branch and make sure that every individual within the country has the rights granted by the law. But what if the law that is passed itself is unfair and breaches all those rights? Then should the judiciary execute those laws? The leader of military junta, Myanmar, coercively took over the legislative, executive, and judiciary powers of the country in February. At the moment, there is no such thing as a legislative body. Any revisions to the law just come out with an order paper, and there is only Myanmar's signature on it. Revisions and amendments have been made, criminalizing peaceful protests and abolishing all the basic human rights, including the right to privacy, the right to free flow of information, the right to be free from arbitrary detentions, the right to be free of warrantless surveillance and search and seizure. Although the military junta is trying to justify the oppression of the people through the creation of arbitrary new laws, the judiciary sector that could play an indispensable role in this revolution, it's still running under the military junta. It is still executing those unfair laws and criminalizing peaceful protests. When injustice becomes law, people from the judiciary must resist such laws for the sake of the people and restoration of rule of law. Instead, they have become puppets, manipulated by the military junta according to its desire. Myanmar's judiciary has become an injustice system, lacking any sense of justice. And as a result, people have become victims of whatever the military junta is doing. The military junta is using the judiciary sector to eliminate people who are against them. Until now, 6,860 anti-coup protesters has been arrested and charged under the amendment of Section 505, subsection A of the Penal Code. This is completely designed to penalize those who criticize the coup through any means. More than 5,000 people are detained, and nearly 2,000 people are on issued warrants. People under arrest warrants cannot live in peace, even though they try to get away from the military junta. The military junta use excessive force to torture their family member and hold them as hostages if they cannot find them. In some cases, they even take the family members as prisoners and torture them in order to get what they want. After being arrested, people are sent to interrogation camp and tortured. Then the military put false charges against them. After that, the arrestees are sentenced and sent to jail. The most notorious thing the military has done so far is that some young innocent people have been sentenced to death penalty. And this is all happening because the judiciary sector is still executing orders coming from the military junta and still penalizing innocent people. Judges haven't supported this revolution, but lawyers have. As soon as people get arrested, lawyers are one call away and they are ready to help, even though they are on the radar of the military. Also, despite the fact that the whole country, including the lawyers, have suffered economic hardship because of the pandemic, lawyers are helping people pro bono at this moment. Sometimes arrestees ask lawyers to send their letters to their family members, as the military junta does not permit them to meet their families. Through this time, lawyers have shown that they are together with the people fighting for justice. However, they cannot beat the judiciary system because judges are the ones who will pass the final judgment on the arrestees. They will not be able to fight injustice effectively without support from the judiciary sector. Now, the military have even amended the legal aid law and make sure arrestees do not get proper legal representation. What is the point of hearing a fake trial in a fake court with corrupted judiciary purpose? There are many detainees who do not bother defending their case as they know they are innocent. They bravely boycott the fake judiciary system by refusing to speak up anything at the court. A third-year law student from the University of Mandalay, Thain Sandy So, is one of them. She is risking her safety to call out the unjust laws and declare her faith in democracy and in human rights. We, young law students who are future lawyers, once had enormous faith in the future of rule of law and peace. This faith has been shattered into pieces by the uncertainty of our future at the moment. But we are still fighting and hoping that we will have a chance to get into the light someday. The reason why so many atrocities have happened in our country is because of the military. It is unbearable to see that soldiers with guns are attacking the unarmed civilians. Throughout history, people who suffer the most from military atrocities are the ethnic groups. After decades of civil war and broken promises with ethnic groups, will we ever find federal democracy as our common ground? We will talk about this more in our next video.